All right, good evening and welcome in to Craft & Co. Homestead here in South Mississippi. I just wanted to get on here today and just kind of tell you about what I'm fixing to be doing. I don't know how well you can see it in here. I'm on my knees. I don't know what kind of setup you may have, but I got a 5-gallon bucket, so that's going to have to do for today. I'm recording everything on the cell phone. You're sitting out here by the chicken pen, so if you hear a random chicken noise, just overlook it. But what I'm doing here today is, as you can tell, well, I guess you can tell, I don't know how well you can see that, but I've already gotten started here. I have about I don't know, it's probably 80 feet long, maybe 70 feet long area. And then it's probably 50 feet wide area that I'm just trying to clear out. As you can see, I got this underbrush behind me. What it was, this is probably 80 feet back behind my mobile home here. I had a couple big pine trees that got infested with bugs or worms or whatever you want to call them. But anyway, it killed them. And they were really big. So I had a friend of mine, he came and he owns a logging company, and he came and he brought his cutter over here and he cut my big pine trees down. And this is where they were. It's just really growed up. It was already kind of growed up before, but whenever he come and cut them trees, it really just took over. And I want to be able to utilize this section of my yard. Matter of fact, once you get on the other side of this this overgrowth here, this underbrush, I have a field back there that's probably half an acre big, maybe a little bit bigger than that. I'm not sure. I'm not real good with measurements, but so all of my property, I got 3 acres here. We're trying to build a homestead on. All of my property is, well, I say all of it, most of it. The majority of my property is what you see behind you. It is just overgrown. We moved here about 6 years ago. We worked really hard trying to get our area, our yard cleaned up and stuff like that. But once we got done with that, we just kind of quit. And we really hadn't done a whole lot of cleaning as far as cleaning the underbrush up. But I got 3 acres, and probably 1 acre is clear. The other 2 is really overgrown. I got a holler out in front of my house. It's really overgrown. And I just want to kind of bring you along as we kind of clean all this stuff up and get it usable. Now, there's 11 acres here total. That does include my 3, but the rest of it is family land. So whenever you may see me in a video and you see a big wide open space behind me or where my garden is, that's all family land. It's not necessarily our 3 acres here here with me and my wife and my kids. We have access to it. We're able to use it, and my granny, her house is on the property. Now she's dead and gone. My granny and papa are dead and gone. But we still keep up the property. We cut the grass and we keep the house clean and stuff like that. But so what I want to do is I want to take our 3 acres and I want to be able to use it. I want to get it to where we can, raise some animals on it, get some more chickens, maybe some goats, and I thought about even maybe getting a cow one day. That's what my girls want, and so we'll see. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of bring you along as I'm cleaning up this underbrush, so you can just sit back and enjoy. And I would like to say this before we get started: if you would please go like and subscribe to this channel. It would help me out. Like the videos, comment on the videos. It sure would help me out just to kind of get the word out. We're not a perfect homestead here. I'm not going to give you these big educational videos. We're learning as we go anyway. So what I want to do is just kind of bring everybody along and follow along as we learn this homesteading life and as we get our property clean and ready to go. So y'all just like and subscribe and follow along. Oh, and it's really hot here in South Mississippi, and I hate wearing pants, and I hate wearing long sleeves, and I hate wearing gloves, but I'm extremely allergic to poison ivy. And I know this ain't the perfect setup, but I'm gonna do my best to not get poison ivy. So if you got any ideas, maybe you could just pass them along. Thank you. Oh yeah, one more thing. And I have my steel weed eater. See, my steel weed eater, but I have a brush cutter. I guess is what you call that, but it's looks like a Ninja Star, but I got a brush cutter, and this thing has, as you can tell, it has worked wonders so far. So let's just see what'll happen today. All right, I know up to this point I already had a pretty good bit clean that I didn't get on video, but I have a lot left to do. And this little miniature bush hog I have on the end of my weed eater is doing the job. It's slow, but it's getting it done. So basically at this point, I'm just trying not to get bit by some kind of snake or get poison ivy or get ticks all over me or find some kind of possum or raccoon. So I'm just trying to steer clear of all that. Can you see this? Maybe some of you could help me and tell me what that is, but it is a beautiful, beautiful flower. But it is on an extremely very much of a nuisance vine here. So maybe you can tell me what that is. I'm probably holding some kind of poison. Yeah, that vine was one of seemingly millions of vines. Seemed like for every vine that I got cut, there was another one to cut. And like I said, I got probably a good 1.5 acres worth of this stuff to get cleaned up. And I don't have a lot of money to go out and rent this big machinery and bulldozers and bush hogs, and I don't even have a tractor. I got a push mower. Maybe I should get some goats. I don't know. But whatever it takes, I'm gonna get it clean. Slowly but surely, we'll get it clean. All right, guys, this may not look like much to you, but that's actually a pretty good bit done. As you can see here, that is the studio that I had set up for y'all. That's where you were sitting while I was doing the work. What little bit of work you got to see, because my phone is actually deader than I expected, and battery went dead, and I had to get it turned back on. But anyway, so as you can tell, I got this cleaned up here, and if you can look real closely, right there, right at the top, there is the frame of a shed that I have in my back field. So as you can tell, as we will take a walk through, I got all the way through to my back shed. And believe it or not, I didn't get on a snake, but see all of this here, all of that was grown up just like the rest of it. And just coming to here with that mini bush hog that I got. I actually have, matter of fact, I'm stepping on a stump. This is one of the tree stumps that got cut down. I actually have a blade that fits on my weed eater, and it is for the bigger stuff. It's more like a saw blade, so we'll be hooking that up. But as you can tell, I got me a trail. I've been living here 6 years, and I've never been able to get through this area, so that's a plus. And as you can see here, this is what I got. This is a shed, well, used to be a shed, that was from the oil field. I actually live just a few miles from the oil field. My grandpa was one of the main men in the oil field, and this is one of their old sheds they had there. So you see it's made out of that old metal tubing. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this, but I'm gonna put tin around it, and I'm going to either make it into a stationary chicken coop, or I'm going to make it into where we put our rabbits. So we want to get some meat rabbits before long. And so anyway, I'm gonna take a break. My wife said it's supper time. We are having roast. And by the way, I'm on a carnivore diet, and I've lost a little over 30 pounds so far. So I mean, it's not for everybody. It may be not for you. I don't know, but it is for me. So anyway, I'm finna go in and eat some supper. We're having some roast, and that's gonna be good. And then I'm gonna go take a dip in my swimming pool to cool off a little bit. So we'll see you later. God bless you. See you next time.